Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be a ZVZ that I found that was more than 7 minutes long. It's going to be Queen versus Larva, and I'm very excited about this because I don't get to cast ZVZs very much because they're not macro games very much or very often, and I like to cast macro games. Alright, so top right hand corner here we have the yellow Zerg player. It is going to be Larva. And in the bottom left, we have the purple Zerg player. It is Queen. All right, so two excellent players. For some reason, Stork and Sharp are both watching this replay, or watching this game. I don't know why. They're not watching the replay. They'd be with me if that were the case, and that's not what's happening at all. So the map name was in Korean, which always means I need to do this and see what we're dealing with here. And, I know this map. This is Bloody Ridge. Hey, I remembered a map name that I haven't cast in some time. My brain performed on demand, you guys. Look, I'm 38. I have 3 kids. I am an extremely old person. My brain is not doing very well. When it does little things like remember the name of a map that I haven't cast on in a long time, I'm happy about it, okay? Alright, so ZVZ, what are we doing? Same thing, honestly. We're just gas first in it because speedlings are going to be a massive part of this, as well as mutalisks. Someone's going to try to kill somebody fast, and I'm just going to tell you right now, it's probably not going to work unless this is a sneaky twofer. Man, I could do that with a ZVZ, couldn't I? I could be like, I found a long ZVZ, you guys, and it's just like 3 5-minute long games, and you guys would be so mad. That would be mean. I'm not going to do that. Anyway, 10 pool there. I mean, just mirrored production tab. I don't know what else to tell you. For some reason, Stork has 120 APM. I don't know if he's just clicking around the minimap like a crazy person. What actions are available to people who are observing replays these days? Like, all you can literally do is click, right? Click units, click the minimap, just do what I'm doing here, I guess. I wonder if I have 120 APM when I'm casting. Probably not. I'm not doing that much clicking, really. Sometimes I am. Maybe it gets up there. Maybe it does. Anywho, yeah, it's going to be mutas. Like, just the odds this turns into somebody making mutas is 103%. I don't know how it's over 100%. I don't understand the math here. I'm not a math genius. It just is. It just is. So yeah, lair timing exactly the same. Larva is just a little bit ahead of where Queen is at the moment. 2 players that I've cast recently, actually, on the channel, going against each other in this here ZVZ. This is, again, part of the replay pack. One of the many replay packs that RJB has given me recently. Please check him out, RJB TV, on the YouTubes. Super, super smart guy, loves StarCraft, has some connections that I don't have. He has time to cultivate said connections, which I don't have. I think that's part of it. But also, he has such a passion for Brood War, and I really admire that. So anyway, both players doing the same thing. They're keeping their lings at home in case a giant ling flood is coming to kill them, but they both have pretty much exactly the same gosh darn number of lings. This is, look at this, they're both lining them up. It's the Great Wall of Zerglings, which you don't see very much. And then lair, and then I'm assuming we go spire. Yeah, that's where we're living here. Macro hatch on 1 base, because expanding is far too dangerous. You can't wall this off with lings as easily as you can wall this off with lings. And as a result, if you try to take an expansion and like 20 Zerglings show up, you just die. Spire on the way. I mean, it is one thing that I appreciate about StarCraft 2 is that ling floods are handleable with banelings, right? You have this little tier 1.5-ish unit that explodes on contact and does splash damage. It's really good. If you're getting ling flooded, you can be fine. And you can also wall off more easily in StarCraft 2 as well, because creep is easier to spread. So I think they did a good job with ZVZ in that one compared to Brood War. I feel like the matchup's in a much better position than it is here. Anyway, that's okay. It's very fun regardless. I'm looking forward to this kind of later game ZVZ. Are we going to get lurkers? Probably. I think that's generally where this thing goes, or it could just be some crazy long mutalisk battle, which we've done before too. I think I cast a game with In Control where that happened, and that was also very fun. If you want to link to that In Control ZVZ, let me know. I can probably dig it up for you. Alright, so we're just making 6 mutas. That is the play of the day. Some extra lings did get made here from Larva. Look at them just... Alright, this is like crazy micro time. Look at that drone helping hold the wall. And alright, so 2 lings exist inside for Larva. This is Not horrible for Queen, but not great either. He does have Mutalisks on the way. The drones are fighting against these Lings, and that's not exactly what they want to do, but they're not bad fighters against Zerglings at all. The Zerglings are squishy, man. Ends up getting 3 kills, but is toast. Yeah, annoying. But again, 1 drone kill, which we saw there, can be the difference between a win and a loss sometimes. So Mutalisks just making a beeline for each other. 5 mutas there. Only 3, okay, 6 mutas there. Overlords came all the way across the map to scout that choke and then went all the way back home. These poor Overlords, they're so tired. They've been flying non-stop this whole game. They're not good at it because they're so slow, right? I think that's how that works. Couple Scourge coming in for Larva, couple Scourge coming in for Queen. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of Muta micro and Scourge micro for the next some time. And until nice pick off on that Scourge. Ooh, another Scourge pick off. Beautifully done here by Queen. Yeah, both these players are just at the top of their game, I think, right now for Zerg players. They're both excellent. Queen does manage to try to sneak a natural base out way, way before Larva is even attempting to. So that might be a problem here, unless this is... Nope, that's not a drone at all. That is an Overlord. I wish the dots were different sizes. I really do, because Overlord and drone look exactly the same on the minimap. Incredible. All right, man. So... it's Mutalisks. It has Mutalisks and his Zerglings, and I don't know what else to tell you about this match right now. It's just going to come down to control. Who has the better control? Is anybody making any static defense? That could be pretty good here. Like the one time we'll see spores. Well, I don't know. Zerg will make spores against Protoss, I guess. And sometimes against Terran. So fair enough. They will make spores here. If the game goes on long enough and they're moving out, they want some defense back home. Zergling checks and says, oh, that hatchery is way further along than mine is. I either have an army advantage or I'm bad. So let's cruise on in and see what we can do. So the Mutaflock here is 9. The Mutaflock here is 10. Ha ha ha! Mutalisk advantage barely by Larva. Plus he's got some Lings. Mutas are stacked very nicely. Going to try to take down this Extractor, but the defending Muta count is just too high. And with Scourge, I don't know. I mean, this is pretty big chunks of damage taking off this Extractor. Ooh, Scourge! Gosh, why are you... I don't know. I don't think that was maybe that... No, that didn't take a hit from a Scourge. So no hit. Scourge have done nothing in this game so far, which is not exactly great for either player, but, you know, allows us to continue on, is the whole idea. We're beyond the 7-minute mark. Congratulations us. We did it, Reddit. Speaking of which, I do have a subreddit. It's just, obviously, reddit.com/r/Falcon Paladin. If you want to submit things over there, you can submit memes or comments or whatever. It is a thing which exists. I don't know. If that interests you, great. 11 Mutalisks. 11 Mutalisks. Scourge! I don't know, man. Still 11. Whoa, lost a couple there. Larva doing great. And Larva has the advantage. CVZ! The abject chaos is real! It just is, man. Ooh, those Scourge ran in there and got some nice hits at the end. Alright. Oh, Zerglings. Oh, Queen got some Lings in here and killed some drones too. 2 of them, but 15 to 13 workers can be a huge deal. Like 72 to 74 is not a big deal. But 13 to 15 can be a big difference in ZVZ especially. Alright, so gas getting saturated here. I mean, this gas has been saturated. Queen, I don't know how Queen loses this game. Like, Queen's done economic damage. His economy is better. His economy is further ahead. Unless he took some major Mutalisk casualties in that last battle, which he didn't really. I mean, compared to what... Yeah, they both have the same number of mutas. Queens are more injured. Different deeper shades of purple here, obviously. Compared to the relatively healthiness. Relatively healthiness. Yeah, that's some English. Good job, Falcon, on that one. Relative health of the Mutalisks for Larva. Overlords scouting about just they're very brave Overlords, by the way. They don't have speed and Mutalisks exist, so the odds of you getting picked off are pretty similar. Both these players are playing pretty passively, which I guess is an important part of ZVZ is if both players are playing passively, then the game goes on longer. Obviously, 19 to 17 workers. Queen remains 2 workers ahead, which again I maintain means something here. Is anybody getting Hydralisks? Lurkers would be so cool. But so far, no, man. Just Scourge, just Mutalisks. It's fine. Yeah, Mutas, they're fairly well healed up. Again, the nice thing about Zerg units is they all heal over time. It's not fast, but if you're given some time... Okay, well, this is the ZVZ battle. Pretty good kiting from Queen. Like, that was really nice micro. Holy smokes. That was good stuff. A lot of Scourge have died there. 58 to 47 total supply in favor of Queen. Supply differences mean different things in different matchups, but in ZVZ and all the mirror matchups, having a supply lead is excellent. There's nothing else it could mean. Whereas, for example, we talked about this, right? In ZVT, if the Zerg player is down in supply against the Terran, they can be even. Because that's how the cost efficiency works. Anyway, I think this is Queen just not wanting to lose his lead. He's actually making creep colonies. It's like, alright, I'm feeling pretty good about this, but I don't want to be caught surprised. I don't want to get run by some mutas and lose everything. So we're going to invest in a couple spores here, whereas Larva feels like he can't. Right? Larva is not super interested in doing that stuff. Alright, man. I mean, that's a lot of Scourge that Queen has on the field here. I don't know about that. And the Spore Colony getting some shots off. Larva just goes all the way home. It is not like what he sees here at all. And I don't know what you do. I mean, look, Queen's Carapace upgrade is faster. Everything that Larva is trying to do, Queen is doing it better, and he has static defense to fall back to. Yeah, and it can help kill Scourge so easily if Scourge try to sneak in here. That Ling tries to come in and see if there's anything untoward happening in the main base. There's not. Like, there's nothing to scout, but scouting that there's nothing going on just is good information to know. Alright, so 63 to 67 total supply here. Queen has a lead. It's not as big as it was a second ago. Eventually, this extractor is going to die. But right now is not that time. Yeah, the thing about Scourges, they do... Oh, alright, we're just going to dive in here and take it out. This is the plan. The answer is yes, he got it. Oh, hold on. There we go. He takes it down. All right, so that does delay gas. Cuts gas income by 50% for Queen. Larva, oh, kills the new extractor building. Queen loses a Mutalisk there just out of sheer carelessness, which totally sucks, but does have a higher Mutalisk count, at least what's out on the field. There we go. Replacements are coming in from Larva here. So yeah, that gas income caught by 50% is a big deal. Like, he who has the most Mutalisks generally wins these kind of battles. And these kind of games where there's nothing much else going on. Man, this Spore has done just so much damage to the enemy Mutalisks. These Lings, again, trying to sneak down. He's really trying to get some Lings in here, but the defense of this area is just too strong. Far, far too strong. Oh, again, hits on the Scourge. Oh, he got through. Remember when I was like, it's too strong 4 seconds ago? That was a lie. So the Lings get in. And, like, kill a drone? Yeah, alright. They got a drone. Sweet. I like how they haven't even gotten speed, because it doesn't matter. If your opponent doesn't have speed, what does it matter if you have speed? Ah, one Mutalisk does go down there. In addition, that's 100 gas you can use for another Mutalisk. So, Larva's saving up some gas here. Or, no, he's not floating it. What's he doing? Oh, okay. He's just spending it now, I guess. Sure. Third base coming up. As third base here from Queen is already done. Queen's just ahead. Right, he's just everything that Larva's been trying to do, Queen has been ahead, and that's just been the story of this whole game. ZVZ, man. What an animal. What an animal it is. Queen, again, investing in the static defense, because recognizing that because Larva's behind, he needs to be more aggressive. And as a result, defense is going to be worth more to him. Oh. Okay, yeah, we got this. Oh, that's a lot of Lings just getting thrown away for almost nothing there. Muta's trying to get this extractor. Again, they've just lived in this part of the map. And, you know, done some damage. Did slow down the gas income of Queen for just a little bit there. Larva is up 86 to 80 total supply. Worker count 32 to 27. So Larva is starting to get up here in certain metrics. But the fact that Queen's third base was done a good time before the third base was done here for Larva just economically cannot be helping Larva at this point. Yeah, no one's transitioning, guys. I thought maybe we'd see a transition into Lurkers or Dark Swarm or Defilers in general. That'd be cool. But no, both players scouting with a single Scourge, trying to see if there's a transition of any kind. Look at this Scourge. Just trying to scout. Please don't kill me. No kill. The Mutas are too fast. Took them right on down. So yeah, hit the like button if you're happy about the ZVZ, because I'm happy about it. Fourth base coming up here for Larva with the 12 o'clock position here on Bloody Ridge. So this map is very weird for ground battles. Cast some ZVPs on this map before, a couple TVTs as well. And yeah, it makes for some really, really weird attack patterns and attack paths, and like there's a lot of narrow restricted areas all over the map. But when you're pretty much just making Mutalisks and Scourge, it doesn't matter as much. Like the terrain and what walls exist just are irrelevant, respectively. There aren't enough Zerglings for it to really matter here. So I love this gamble from Larva, taking a fourth base way early. Gambling that Queen won't move out and try to kill it, although Queen's getting real scary. Like there reaches a point when you just have a giant army and all you want to do is go kill your opponent, because you probably should. That is so many Mutalisks. That +1 armored carapace is done. +2 gonna finish up here at about the same time. Ooh, finally getting metabolic boost here is Larva. But yeah, nothing but Lings and Mutalisks as long as the day is long here. Neither player close to maxed out, but once we start getting on 3 and 4 base economies, it's a little bit easier to get into that maxed out state with Mutas. It takes a lot of gas, but if you have 3 geysers or 4 geysers, which Larva is very close to getting, that's depleted, but it still returns a little bit of resources. Just 2 per trip. And look at this. Queen found it. Queen found the 4th base. And he's like, okay, so either we have to kill that or we just have to win right now. So I can't hope to tell what the Mutalisk count is right now. All I know is that it's about even based on the worker count and the total supply up there. Wow. So that hatch is dead. And here's... I mean, is there even micro happening here? So we got the hatch. He's up 102 to 83 supply. I think that's a win for Queen. He's up 20 supply here. He's still up 20 supply. And yeah, Larva's got to get out. And at this point, I don't know if you just want... Oh, man. These Overlords, though. These Overlords dying and supply blocking would be huge. But no, he pulls back. I mean, maybe you wait for that hatch to finish and then you kill it. But I don't know. Both players now going for +1 flyer. So Zerg players, if you're like, what do I do in late game ZVZ? I guess this is the answer. Is if you're still alive at 20 minutes, go ahead and get +1 flyer. If you already have +2 carapace. I'm sure there's some math involved in here that I don't understand. But just the numbers, I don't know I don't see it. I don't see how Larva wins this game. I think Queen just had too much, and he was doing some mumbo-jumbo micro in that impossible to tell what was happening Mutalisk battle. Ended up going from a virtually tied supply perspective to being up 20 supply because, sure, he was manually targeting the injured Mutalisks for Larva one at a time. I don't even know, man. How do you even do that? Yeah, this is what I was worried about for Larva, is losing these Overlords. He's not that far from being, I mean, he is that far from being supply blocks. Zergling's trying to do stuff in a counterattack perspective, but yeah, he waited for that 4th to finish and then he killed it. He wants that full damage, man. He doesn't want to force a cancel. He wants 300 minerals to be lost forever. Forever. He's taking his own 4th base down this way. These Zerglings are doing some work, but nobody upgrades Zerglings in ZVZ because why? That's gas that could be going to Mutalisk or Mutalisk upgrades, you fools. Yeah, I mean, this is when now Queen's patrolling the outer limits here. He's on the aggressive because he feels pretty good about this. Larva can really only afford to expend a couple Zerglings at a time to try to reduce the drone count here for Queen. He's done some work. Oh, that second extractor dying. It hurts. It burns. It burns us. The good news is he has his 3rd still that Queen knows exists, but there's 2 spores here, and it's a bit of a tricky, nasty, dirty place to fight. Oh, Overlord's dying sucks. Okay. Well, we're doing this again. Yeah, man, I was expecting somebody to get up to Plague. The last great ZVZ that I cast between Castro and Lenok, I believe. There was Plague. There was Dark Swarm happening. There was Lurkers. It was great. This has just been nothing but Lings and Mutas all the livelong day. Snipes the gas again. For the 2nd time. Yeah, it's 102 to 61 supply. Queen has this. Queen just, he was technically better than Larva was in this game. He was better in the fights. His decisions were a little bit better. His defense was better. His expansion timings were better. Like, Larva overextended here. Ended up getting punished twice for it. But he was behind. And it's just the little stuff, man. The little stuff in the beginning. Making better trades time and time again. Even if it's only a better trade by 20 minerals, man. It adds up. Yeah, I mean, for all the Overlords that have been dying, there has been no supply blockage for Larva because he's so down. And yeah, just a handful of Lings and 1 Sunken is a godsend if you're trying to defend an expansion against a handful of Lings that are trying to kill it. That's all it takes, dude. Alright, well, numbers-wise, I think this is a GG. There's not enough. There's still no speed for Queen's Zerglings. It's incredible. Just hasn't valued it at all. Yeah, man. Equal upgrades all the livelong day, and that's it. Larva's out. I hope he GG'd over Discord or something, because that was a bad manner leave. But whatever. I think we're good. I think we're fine. Larva knows. Well, Larva's been known to be bad manner from time to time, which is fine. Hoorah! All right. Well, that right there was a ZVZ. I was expecting to see something other than Muta and Zerglings, but I don't know. I'll take a technical ZVZ for a 23-minute Zerg versus Zerg fest. How about you? Hit that like button if you enjoyed this, because it was fun. I think we had fun here today. But yeah, just better trades, better expansion timings, better defense of their expansions, and that was pretty much it. And maybe some mumbo jumbo here. I have no idea how that happened. Maybe somebody can help me with that. All right, so in 23 minutes, 116,000 points here for Larva, 135,000 points for Queen. Ended up producing about the same. Actually, Larva made more units than Queen did. I assume these are Zerglings, though. And look at that. Look, yeah, they killed. That's your number right there. Buildings killed is fairly irrelevant in CVZ. And resources are virtually identical. Look at how close this is. Total spent is 25 resources off from both of these dudes. That's crazy pants. Yeah, gas mine is like 40 minerals off. Minerals mine is 100 and maybe less than 100 minerals off. Yeah, so they both had the same number of resources to spend. Queen was just better. Just better with his stuff. Better with his Mutalisk micro. Better with his Scourge micro. Better defending and better on offense. Not a lot better, but better. And that's what matters here in 23 minutes. So, hoorah! That right there is gonna be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.